Next, I would like to pass the mic to Kat Wilder, who works as a volunteer assistant for our tribe and is going to introduce the next speaker. Kat.
Today is such a beautiful day, and the Amamutsin have been waiting for this day for a long time. It's an honor to be here with you all, and I want to recognize that today is not the end. It's a beginning, because these bells need to be taken down everywhere in California that they stand. These bells do not represent history. They represent the disfiguring of history, the cover-up, the whitewash of the atrocities, the terrible crimes of genocide that the Catholic Church, the Spanish state, and the state of California are responsible for. And I want to point out that there are 2 more of these bells on the city of Santa Cruz property. So the removal of this bell today only points to the much greater work that's to be done, and not just in taking down bells, but in confronting the ongoing legacy of colonialism. I am very honored today to introduce our next speaker, Kagen Holland. Where's Kagen? So back in 2015, Native people throughout California were deeply troubled because Pope Francis had decided to officially canonize Junipero Serra, the founder of the California mission system, to make him a saint and to hold him up as an example of virtuousness. Native people throughout California spoke out very strongly in opposition to sainthood for Serra and had been organizing for decades to try to stop this. Tribes from the areas of each of the 21 California missions wrote letters to the Vatican and issued statements opposing sainthood for this individual who was responsible for the system that brought absolute devastation to their ancestors. But the church decided to defy them and push ahead. So Native people throughout California were trying to figure out what to do to confront the church and make their rejection of sainthood known to the world. Kagan's mother, Caroline Ward, had a vision that came to her. She's a Tataviam woman from Southern California. She had a vision that she needed to walk from her ancestors' home village site to Mission San Fernando, where her ancestors were forced to walk. She decided to walk in their footsteps, their trail of tears, to honor them and to acknowledge all that they suffered and went through, to tell the true stories of what happened to them in this time when they were being so disrespected with the canonization. The more that she prayed on it, this vision grew, and she realized that what she needed to do was to recognize not only her ancestors, but all of the indigenous people of California who suffered under the reign of the mission system. So she set off to do that, and Kagan agreed to do it with her. In fall of 2015, starting at the mission in Sonoma, they walked 780 miles, all the way to the mission in San Diego in a spiritual pilgrimage. At every mission, they gathered with Native people of the area to tell the stories of the atrocities and to tell the stories of the resistance of their ancestors. Kagan was outspoken about the injustices and lies that we encountered at every mission and tireless throughout the journey. Since returning to his homeland in San Fernando Valley, he's gotten more and more culturally involved with his tribe, and he drove all the way here from LA to see this bell come down. So please welcome Kagan from the Tataviam Nation of San Fernando Valley.
Hi, everybody. Haminat, Netuanan, Kagen, Holland, Netabiuk, Tetabiunga. My name is Kagen Holland. I'm a Tabiam tribal citizen. My family's village is in modern-day Castaic. Chaviunga is now underneath what we would now see as Magic Mountain. Like Kat said, 2015 was a spiritual awakening for my mother and I, but also for our tribe, getting more involved in exposing the history of California, exposing the mission system, the Spanish colonization, and really reclaiming our indigeneity, reclaiming the stories of our people, and being able to tell those out loud. During our walk was the first time that our tribe gathered at the mission in celebration. Before that, our people saw the missions as something to be feared, something to stay away from, something we knew that had a lot of pain there. But through actions like this, through taking down these symbols, through exposing the true histories, we are able to confront these pains and these wounds that are, in our people's spirit. And I just want to say thank you so much to Val Lopez, to Kat, to Sea Lion Cotton, everybody who worked really hard for the last 2 years to get this bell down. It's hard to explain how important this is. These symbols, when we see them, they are just a constant reminder of our voicelessness. And, actions like this, really, it puts our people in a position where we can have some self-respect, have some self-determination, and decide what we want to tell people about us. Only recently our people have been able to tell our own stories. So again, hard to explain how important this is. Thank you very much for letting me come.